the misinformation and mistakes about vitamin C. I can't stand it because it is one vitamin that is so important. Most of us take it and apply it on our skin, so we need to get it right. Ingredients, those things that you apply and consume consistently, you got to be very clear on. And this is the video where we're going to get clarity on vitamin C and how to use it correctly. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Nadia founder of the beautydoctrine.com and the principles of functional beauty, and that is how to attain your very best skin using a holistic approach, focusing on diet, lifestyle, and clean skincare. You can find skincare recommendations, blogs, courses, you name it, anything that's going to help you on your journey to great skin on the beautydoctrine.com. Let's get started. We absolutely need vitamin C to survive and thrive. We need it for tissue growth, tissue repair, to make collagen, to heal wounds, to repair and maintain bone health, and of course, to brighten our skin, protect us from hyperpigmentation, as well as resolve it. And this is why you see vitamin C everywhere. If you get a cold, you're told to take vitamin C. If you want to firm your skin or brighten it, you're told to take vitamin C and apply it. However, there's a really big problem, and that is that the vitamin C that's readily available to everybody out there is one of the worst ingredients that we can actually intake. It is called L-ascorbic acid, which is a GMO ingredient derived from corn. It's synthetic. It is not healthy for us in any way, shape, or form. There is in fact a growing body of evidence indicating that those that take vitamin C in high doses have reason to worry. I hear this very often when people compare, even doctors, they compare fat-soluble vitamins with water-soluble vitamins, saying, you can overdose on fat-soluble. However, if something is water-soluble, it's fine. You can take high doses, no problem. It is a problem because vitamin C actually has a high amount of oxalates. It can actually build up in your kidneys and cause kidney stones. And so I say this all the time, everything in this world needs to be done in moderation. We never want to overdo anything. And obviously, again, those things that we are intaking into our bodies on a daily basis, we better research them and get them in the right doses as well as the right form. There was a study published in 2001 that I will link up down below that indicated that using synthetic forms of vitamin C in high doses can actually lead to the formation of genotoxins, which potentially can lead to cancer. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, it was stated that athletes that take 1,000 milligrams a day of vitamin C actually saw a decline in their endurance. That's a dose that's recommended quite often. I used to take it in the winter time, but thankfully I stopped. So the very best way to consume vitamin C internally is actually through diet, or if you're buying supplements, look and make sure that the vitamin C is extracted from raw and dried foods rather than L-ascorbic acid. Vitamin C is one of the easiest things to get from your diet because it's in most plants. You can find it in high concentrations in red peppers, broccoli, citrus, of course, we know that, kiwis, plums, and so on and so forth, as long as you're consuming something raw, because a lot of times when we cook food, we lose a lot of the nutrients. As long as you're using it raw or squeezing that lemon, I love doing this. If, let's say I cook kale or some collard greens or something like that, when I'm done, I'll just squeeze half a lemon on that for that boost of vitamin C, which also helps increase the absorption of all of the other minerals and vitamins in the food. If for any reason it's difficult for you to get your vitamin C from your diet. I love mangosteen hibiscus. I have this on my website, thebeautydoctrine.com. That's how I get additional vitamin C if I'm traveling or if I just want to add that additional boost in a smoothie or a cold drink in the summer. And of course, this channel is all about getting your very best skin naturally. Let's start talking about skin. And so getting that boost internally of vitamin C, of course, is going to support your skin head to toe, and that's important. The very same way any nutrient we intake helps support all of our organs, it's going to support our skin because it's an organ. So everything we do topically is just the cherry on top, but it's a very important cherry on top. So topically, aside from sunscreen, I could safely say that vitamin C is one of the most recommended ingredients out there, or serums, in serums, moisturizers, and so on and so forth. I don't know, maybe retinol or vitamin C, who knows? Both of those are one of the top recommendations in skincare. And from my experience, I've spent 28 years now in the beauty industry. 99.9999% of the vitamin C serums I've worked with, I've come across, are L-ascorbic acid based. Never used them myself, never felt comfortable with L-ascorbic acid. It always irritated my skin anyways. And then I kind of figured out why that happened. Just like internally, L-ascorbic acid externally has many issues. There are 3 to note. The first one is sensitivity. The second one is the fact that it is unstable. It degrades really, really quickly. And the third is the fact that it's a GMO synthetic ingredients. There are far better ingredients that your skin can actually tolerate much more and actually absorb better without causing irritation. Let's get into details. But first, let's establish why vitamin C is so integral in our skincare. So we age because of the free radicals in our environment. So there's pollution, there is the sun, even the food we consume can actually produce free radicals. There are all types of things that can, create those free radicals that attack our cells and create that aging, creates that negative cascade effect that leads to aging and oxidation within the cells. And so in order to combat that oxidation, we need antioxidants. So I always think of them as 2 opposing elements. So we have oxidation on one side and then antioxidation on the other. And it's about what we have more of. So we need to have a little bit more antioxidants to fight off those oxidants and get them out of the way to keep that skin youthful and protected. And so it plays a role, vitamin C and other antioxidants, they play a role in protecting that skin from aging, protecting from collagen degradation, as well as correcting, because it's going to help boost collagen synthesis. So that's huge. So that's one ingredient that pretty much does it all. It's going to prevent as well as correct. And not only collagen, but also melanin. So vitamin C can act as a melanin regulator as well as a brightener that helps fade and break down that pigmentation. So it really needs to show up in our skincare routine day and night, and we better get it right. So the issue that we've been facing in the beauty industry is the high demand for powerful products, and that's just because most people don't realize that that power is really not necessary to get results. And so that's why a lot of brands use high amounts of L-ascorbic acid. L-ascorbic acid can render the fastest results, but at a big cost, because it needs to go deeper into the skin. It's a water-soluble vitamin, so we need to kind of carve out a route for it to go into the skin. So that requires the addition of penetration enhancers like the sodium EDTA. It also requires it to be formulated at a low pH for it to work, and that's very problematic because a low pH, a 2 or 3, can cause a lot of sensitivity. Our skin is slightly acidic, but it's actually at a 4.5 to 5 pH. So vitamin C in skincare can degrade quite fast in a jar. Anytime you open a jar or even a bottle, once you open it, it comes in contact with air, or let's say it's in a light color bottle where light actually can get into the formula, it's oxidized. So basically you are just using oxidized expired, rancid vitamin C that now is acting as an oxidant rather than an antioxidant. And so many times I say people will go and buy products to age their skin versus de-age it. So how do we get around that? We find more skin compatible and stable forms of vitamin C, which I will go into. I created an entire blog that I'll link up to as well, detailing a lot of these ingredients that are much safer. And so many manufacturers stayed away from them for a long time because there was a demand for power. But again, power can come with some destruction. They went with L-ascorbic acid, and now in recent years, there are some great formulations that have showed up on the market that have those more gentle ingredients. They take a little bit longer, but many of them are more fat-soluble vitamin C's. This means that they don't even require penetration enhancers. And so when it comes to the skin, our cell membrane is made up of fat. So fats blend well together versus fat and water, they don't blend well. And that's why when you have a formula that's water-based, it's really hard for it to penetrate. So it needs those penetration enhancers like I was saying earlier. But when you go with formulas that have ingredients that are formulated in fat-soluble formulas already, you just apply them and they merge well with your skin. They can penetrate deeper, and they also moisturize while protecting, while inducing that collagen and everything else. Let's go into some of my very favorite fat-soluble vitamin C ingredients that are well tolerated by the skin. The first one is MAP. That is just short for magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. You can find that in Versine skincare. Then you have THD, which is tetrahexyl ascorbate, which you find in my personal favorite Cary Grant. I can never have enough of this serum. Then you have SAP, which is sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which Agent Nature, another phenomenal clean brand. That's what they use pretty much throughout their formulations. Another favorite of mine is this product called Botanical C by One Love Organics, and they use ascorbyl palmitate. There are other types that are still in the safe spectrum. You have calcium ascorbate, sodium ascorbate, ascorbyl glucoside. There are many. And so if you want a thorough list, you can find that on thebeautydoctrine.com in the vitamin C blog. I hope that this video was helpful to you. Let me know what other ingredients you want me to delve into and break down, and maybe offer recommendations or comparatives between the different types of ingredients that go into skincare formulations. Happy to do so. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a happy summer, and I will see you next time. Until then, be well, be safe, be beautiful. Take care.